Hi there, my name is Mitch, and I'm going to be doing a review of the Audio-Technica M40x studio monitor headphones. I don't have a shirt on right now because I just came out of the shower, so now you know that. Let's get on to the review. So these are the Audio-Technica M40x headphones. These are studio monitor headphones, so these are meant for studio purposes. So that being said, it's not exactly meant for a normal, like your average listener who wants maybe a bit of bass in the headphones, an exaggerated experience. These kind of go more for accuracy rather than anything else. I'll get to the sound in a second though. Let's just cover the build quality first. So the build quality of these is actually pretty good. It's pretty sturdy. There's no complaints really in terms of build quality. It's made of plastic. Most of it is made of plastic. I mean, the cups here are plastic. This is plastic. This is like a fake leather, like pleather. This is plastic as well. It's kind of a light plastic. It's not really the heaviest, like heavy duty plastic, which can make it feel a little bit cheap, but it doesn't feel very flimsy at all, really. It's light, but it doesn't feel flimsy. So I would say build quality is average. And I do also have to comment on just the flexibility of these cups. You know, you have the ability to sort of tuck the cups in like this and bring them out, and then you can swivel them around as well, so you can kind of have them resting like this. And that is a really good feature of the Audio-Technica M40x and the M50x as well, as they have the same swiveling cups, and you can do this. So that's really good about the build quality. Second, we'll go over comfort. So these headphones are, I would say, they're neither uncomfortable nor really comfortable. They kind of sit in the middle. After a few hours of use, you might get, kind of sore ears. They kind of sit on your head really nicely. They got these, they got adjustable, I don't know what this is, but this is adjustable. And it sits on your head pretty nicely. I guess I kind of have a wide head, so take that into consideration. But yeah, after a few hours of using these, you might start to get a bit of, you might start to get sore ears because of the cups. They're not very high quality. But I mean, it sits kind of in the middle in terms of comfort for me. So yeah, just I guess average comfort, nothing outstanding, nothing really bad though. Lastly, we'll go over sound. So the sound of these headphones, I would describe it as very neutral, with slightly exaggerated highs. There's sort of like a peak I can hear around the 10 kilohertz mark. Is a bit of, it seems like a bit of a spike. Bass quite neutral. Maybe low mids is a little bit exaggerated. But mostly everything from there, high mids are fine, and then you have that spike I can hear sort of 10 kilohertz range. But overall, it's a very neutral sound, apart from the highs. That being said, this is more neutral than most of what I heard in the store when I went to purchase these. I was listening to pretty much everything. I just asked the guy at the store, I'm really looking for a neutral sound. Can you just point me to whatever? I don't care about the price. Just point me to whatever's neutral. He pointed out a few things that were really expensive. He was trying to make a sale probably. And I was like listening, and I'm like, wow, it sounds really nice, but I don't think it sounds neutral. I was listening to my own beats, like productions that I've made, so I kind of know what it should sound like because I made it. So I was listening to my own beats, and I'm like, these sound too good. I need something that's more neutral, accurate to how it should sound. And so I was listening. I listened to the M50X as well, and I thought it sounds pretty good, but it's not quite there. Then I listened to these, and I was like, wow, this is pretty damn neutral. It had a little bit too much highs, but I thought, this is actually the most neutral headphone that I've listened to today. And it was the cheapest. So that's the thing that really got my attention. These are cheap. and they have a pretty neutral sound. And I mean, for like mixing purposes and studio production purposes, these are pretty neutral. So yeah, pretty neutral, a bit exaggeration in the highs, and a little bit in the low mids, but nothing really that crazy. I love the sound of these. However, I've managed to do a bit of research online, and I know how I can fix the problem of the highs in these bad boys. So I guess the review with these headphones as they come out of the box, I'm pretty happy with them. I think for the price range, you got to take that into account. I give these a solid 7.5 to an 8 out of 10. Actually, we'll go with 7.5, not quite an 8. But however, I'm going to tell you how to get these to a solid 9 to 9.5 out of 10, because we'll fix the high-end issues. So these cups basically, these pads are really, they're very shallow. I'll take one of them out for you. I'll take them both out, but these pads here, as you can see, there's not much depth to them. They can get uncomfortable after a fair amount of use, and they're quite close to the ear, right? But I'm going to show you a trick to make them a little bit further away from the ear. We're going to use different pads, so I'm going to take both these off. So take both of the pads off, and should look like that. And in the pads, you will see these bad boys. these are part of the pads. It's just these things here. They come, if you have your ear pad there, they should be just in here on the back side. I don't know if you can see that, but you have, so you have this side with the hole. It will be on the back of it. You get these pads in each ear, right? Now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be putting on these. So these are ZMF angled cowhide pads. Now I forgot how much I paid for these. I think it's something like $60. I'm from Australia, so if you're watching from around the world, that's how much it cost me. It may cost you something else. I'm not exactly sure, but they're from the brand ZMF headphones, and these are the angled cowhide pads. So they're angled. They're shallow on that side, and they're thick on this side. What we're going to do is we're going to put them in. So take your little these thingies and just put them in the back of these. So like so. I really should have done this before, but my apologies. So we're going to put them in the back like so. Just put them in there and just stick them inside. What these will do is this is going to kill the highs. Like I mentioned before, it's got a bit of a spike around 10 kilohertz from what I can hear. To my ears, it's around 10 kilohertz. This extra padding is going to kill some of those highs. Okay, so let me put these bad boys in. The good thing about these ear cups is they swivel. How am I going for time? I'm at around 9 minutes so far. All right, we got to hurry this up. Hopefully I'll get it under 10 minutes. Okay, you know what? This is going to take me a little while, so I'm not going to put them on right now. They do fit, though. You got to trust me. But basically, they end up looking something like this. Really chunky, right? These are really, 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 really chunky. Even chunkier on this side. Like, look at that. Really chunky. But basically, after putting these different pads on, you have to believe me, it gets around to a 9 or a 9.5 out of 10 in terms of flat, neutral sound. The highs are killed a little bit, which is good. They needed killing. And the bass is nice and neutral. Overall, it's a really neutral, really pleasing sound. The thickness of the pads adds a bit of sound stage. Instead of the ear pads, the driver being so close to the ear, it's got a bit of distance and creates a nice sound stage. This modification takes the M40X to a whole another level. A few other people, some audio guys on YouTube have also done this modification. This is where I got it from. Excuse me, but it really works and it's really, really good. These are probably my favorite headphones I've ever gotten, and I have these as well. These are the Sennheiser. I think it's HD6XX, HD6XX, yeah. And I would say they're probably on that level in terms of like clarity and like neutral sound, pleasing sound as well. It's got a pretty pleasing sound, a really accurate sound too. They're really, really, really good. They sound a lot better with the new pads in it. It sounds like something way more expensive. Really great bang for buck. I can't say enough like how good this improvement is on the ATH-M40Xs. Get rid of these pads. It's an okay headphone, but it's nothing spectacular. With the new pads though, it gets to a whole nother level. I've heard of people also using Brainwave's HM5s. I've bought those, but I haven't actually taken them out of the packet yet. Oh, maybe I just showed my address. No, I don't think I did. I haven't used them. They're still in the packet, but these are really, really good. So I highly recommend the ATH-M40X. I recommend it over the ATH-M50X if you're using them for mixing or studio production purposes. They're really, really good. Make sure you check it out. I'm going to put a shirt on. Thanks for watching. Bye.